Hello Internet, I'm Rita and today is going to be a bit heavy because I'm going to be talking about my journey with addiction and how I managed to stay clean for a year. So if you're sensitive to these topics, please take a minute to decide if you want to watch this until the end. This is my rehab room. It's not much, but it's my little corner, and today I'm leaving for good. It's nothing fancy, but I don't know how I'm gonna manage to feel safe away from it. It's really weird to talk about this to a camera. Also, I've taken a few notes just so I don't forget anything important, so if I'm glancing down a lot, that's it. So how did I end up here? Well, it started with an injury. Basically a muscle in my leg went necrotic, which means it died inside of me, and it hurt. I mean, every step I took felt like a stab on the leg, repeated stabbing over and over, and they gave me painkillers for it. And I mean, at the beginning they worked, but it got to a point where I wasn't taking the painkillers for the pain anymore. I got addicted, not to the pills themselves, but maybe to the escape, the way that they made everything feel numb. And when the painkillers stopped working, I moved on to heavier stuff. It wasn't about getting high, it was about quieting everything. The pain, the guilt, the shame, all of it. I didn't realize how far I was gone until one night suddenly everything kind of collapsed. And that night I did something I haven't done in a while. I reached out. I called a friend of mine, Mars. I'm so ashamed of what I'd become that I pushed everyone away. But Mars picked up, and I'll never forget what they said, what they did. They just listened, you know? No judgment, no trying to fix me, just they listened. Mars helped me everything. She got me into rehab. She checked on me even though I wanted to just push her away. But Mars didn't give up on me, and that's how I got through it. I mean, I leaned onto someone when I couldn't stand on my own. No pun intended, by the way. I can't walk by myself. I have a cane. I call her Ophelia, or Julius the Third, as I like to call her. I know it makes no sense. Recovery isn't a solo mission. You need people because it gets messy. You need people who will help and listen. And if you don't have someone like that yet, trust me, they will appear. I know this sounds cliche, but it's true. Help will come. People who care will come eventually. So reach out to someone. It doesn't need to be a friend. It doesn't need to be family, but someone. Okay, so getting the introduction out of the way, I know some of you are watching this because you yourself are struggling with addiction. So I want to share what's helped me to stay clean. There are tips and tricks I learned in rehab, and maybe they'll help you too. So first things first, routine. I know it sounds boring, but having a routine is like a safety net, because when you're struggling with addiction, your brain craves structure. For me, I wake up at the same time every day, I have breakfast, I go for a walk with Ophelia. It's simple, but it gives my day some purpose. And when things feel out of control, this is something you can hold on to. Next tip, distraction. Rehab taught me that cravings don't last forever, even though sometimes they seem like they will. When I feel the urge, I distract myself. It can be anything. I draw, I play cards with people from around here. I like to read too. I like to write. Anything that keeps my hands busy and my mind occupied, it works. You don't have to face your cravings head on at all times. You can just distract yourself until it passes. And then there's this, staying active. No, I don't mean running a marathon or hitting the gym every day. Even if it's just a walk, like a little stroll can help you clear your mind. And physical activity releases endorphins, which can help with the mood swings that come with recovery. And support is obviously very important, but I've already talked about it. So finally, the last thing that's helped me the most was focusing on the why. Why do you want to stay clean? For me, it's because I want to see myself feeling alive again. I want to be free from the fog of addiction. And whenever I feel like giving up, I remember the why. Find your reason, find your motivation, and seize it when things get tough. And that's all. So to recap, routine, distraction, activist support, and why. So what's next for me? Solving mysteries, becoming a superhero, trying to figure out which Netflix show to watch without falling asleep. But whatever it is, it's my choice. No more addiction calling the shots from now on. It's me. It's Rita making the decisions. So that's it. If you have any questions for me, you can just leave a comment under here. And yeah, thank you for watching.